You want to do an Insecure podcast on Mondays?
Okay. Aldo NICE presents.
Welcome to the MENsecure podcast.
He distracted me with his fine ass face, but I'm gonna tell him, shut the fuck up. I don't want your conversation.
Like, I almost wanted to call Issa after I watched the episode and say, hey, look, I got an idea.
Yeah, I thought about it. I've been thinking about you, but you're married.
What you gonna talk to? Gonna be like, oh, that's just your friend on the couch? You know what I'm saying? Laying there. Ain't nobody going for that.
I think I like the one becoming.
Part of the Best Friend Weekend Podcast Network.
Have a good time and celebrate Tiffany.
And the baby.
No, not the baby. Did I say your birthday?
Tell me, what's wrong with you? Don't be mad. I took an edible.
You couldn't wait.
I timed it out perfectly.
Who's laughing?
We're all hot.
Anybody got a laptop? Y'all hoes go get dressed.
And whoa, welcome to the MENsecure podcast, man. Part of the Best Friend Weekend Podcast Network. This your man Aldo NICE.
Wow, it's your boy Los, A.K.A. C.A.P.
I'm not even going to ask you what your overall thoughts are on this episode because you always start with the same. I mean, it was solid. It was good. It was solid. It was good.
So you want them all?
I don't want to hear that. No, I don't want. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start because you are unable to come up with something that is intriguing. It's not thought provoking. It's not intriguing. So I'm gonna lead this time.
You asked me my thoughts,
and I'm gonna say that this episode went hard. This was by far been the best episode of Insecure this season.
Funniest.
It was pretty. It has very funny moments, like laugh out loud, chuckle moments. It pushed the storyline along. I feel like in a lot of places. Answered a lot of questions. Asked a lot of questions, and additionally, it's a lot for people to talk about, a lot to unpack. I mean, in that 30 minutes or so, I got like maybe 10 different points, overall thoughts that I have from this episode. So, what were your thoughts?
This is the best episode. It's funny. I found myself laughing. And that's some, just a lot laughing at whatever happened. Kelly was funny. I think she did a good job this episode. I just overall liked it. This was the best one to me. I really enjoyed this one. And then my boy came back. Boy, Lawrence, boy.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's what everybody gonna be talking about. The return of Lawrence. I mean, they set it up that way for that to be nice too. I mean, the couple of things to take away, as I'm gonna say, is it kind of felt like the episode that maybe Issa them watched Girls Trip and was like, we need to have a half-hour episode of that's just the same thing as Girls Trip, because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of the plot felt like it was lifted straight from that movie. Like, now you could go ahead on, you could agree to disagree, but a lot of the things that pushed the plot in this episode were the same type of things that movie was about.
Some of them. I think it just really showed how women go out of town and be getting wasted and stuff. That's how I look. I don't really look. I think that's 9 times out of 10, it's a woman's weekend. They go to Coachella and stuff like that, and they drink, do drugs, and wild out.
Well, I think you can't. I think at that point when you say it that way, I think what you're doing is kind of maybe overgeneralizing.
Not every night.
Well, I mean, when you say women,
the majority of them.
But I mean, that's just as bad as
party chicks like that. They do that.
Fuck that. That's just as bad as any some chicks talking about I watched this movie where all the dudes went out and they was getting hammered and had all the girls or whatever, and that's what dudes do when they go out of town.
A lot of dudes do that when they go out of town.
But you can't generalize. What you're doing is generalizing, right?
You know what? You're right.
I mean, I'm usually right, so
I don't really.
That don't make me happy when you say I'm right. That's just like that's air to me. But that was one part of it that just kind of like it just felt lifted from Girls Trip a little bit. But I also felt like it was a 30-minute infomercial for drugs. I feel like black chicks gonna be running around doing Molly, starting this weekend. going meet a Nathan, like starting this weekend. Whenever somebody leaving out of town going Girls Trip,
girl, we gotta get edibles and Molly.
Right? They made it look so fun on that episode that I feel like I gotta have some edibles. And
I think we all had experiences like that. You got.
I ain't never popped Molly,
I ain't never popped Molly before, but I'm talking about on edibles when you be like, ooh, that thing start like at the end, it start really kicking in. You be high too long.
So do you think that they was high off the edibles or the Mollies?
They did. They was doing some of everything. So.
Yeah,
the pregnant chick ate an edible, which is
that gotta make your body
crazy.
feel super weird to be eating the edible and popping Molly.
Yeah.
Not that I would know, but it was a lot going on. But they had to go ahead on and redeem themselves from that first night.
Yeah.
What I will say about that is, at our age, when you start getting a little older, man, there's so many nights when stuff like that happen. Yeah. Even out of town, when we go on trips, it's been to places where I didn't been out on trips. I can think specifically of a night in L.A. with a boy where a couple of cats just stayed in the house and went to sleep because it was like, dog, I'm tired. I'm tired.
My body hurt. I've been drinking.
Especially it's a big Friday.
Yeah,
it's a big Friday. I'm assuming it was a Friday they left work. I'm assuming that's what the first day was, a Friday when they left work.
At least don't have a job, so she work.
But I'm thinking Molly was leaving work, so I'm thinking it was a Friday jump off. You get to where you're going, you're tired from work. Yeah. So I could see how they would all fall asleep and then that one person coming in buku late. Yeah. I can see how that could be a thing, but in our age, that happens way too often. You got to have a better plan than that.
Especially if you start early. Like, say you start too early, you go hard too early, you definitely can. Like, if we had to go somewhere last night, I would have been the person at home sleep.
Well, it's a whole bunch of different levels to it, and I mean, those kind of things took place. Another thing that I noticed that I want to go back to just a little bit about Issa and Nathan this particular episode. So she was stubborn, right? Yeah. At the beginning and didn't want to respond to his text. I'm assuming, like in my estimation, that happens way more times than not. Yeah, where they feel like someone feels like they don't want to be the person to make the first move. So whatever. So he hit up. Cool. Yeah. My thing that I was thinking about was a couple of things. Now these are two just distinct thoughts, right? First, when he texted and they pulled up to the pool party, we refer to that as planting. Planting hoes. Yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about that if y'all not familiar with the concept. With another word we like to use for it is green thumbing. Green thumbing. With green thumbing, the connotation is about planting. Like planters, they have green thumbs. What we refer to as green thumbing is when you go somewhere and your boy like, oh man, this little chick I holler at here. Or he suggests a place, or when you get there, it's like a little chick he talking to already in the place. It's like he green thumbing them. He planting the chick in the spot so he could feel like he got somebody to hang out with. Exactly. That ain't necessarily what people like to, like, I know for guys, we don't like to necessarily go places where it's like, oh, this chick I talked to gonna be there. It's like, nah, I wanna have fun. I wanna be with random people. I wanna meet new people. I wanna hang out. I'm not trying to go over there to be like, oh, this chick I talked to is there.
So I can look like I'm the man, like I'm doing something here.
I used to have a partner who was a huge green thumber. He cheated every way he went, and I hate it. So, for one thing, I don't think it was green thumbing on his behalf. On his behalf, it was definitely, I'm out of town. I hollered at this little thing. She out here too. So let me just holler. Let me shoot her a holler. See what she talking about. I'm over here with my hand. I got my partners with me. You know what I mean? Maybe something gonna pop off.
I'm not mad about that though.
I'm not mad about
that.
Not mad in the least bit. No. The fact that Molly thought the friends was cute, once again, they some low standards.
Yeah, it was a peculiar group of kids. A little dude. That was a very peculiar group of kids.
I don't we confident enough to say these type of things, but I mean, I legitimately be looking at the dudes they pick, like season 1, season 2 dudes versus Nathan and his homeboys. It's just not that Nathan and his homeboys look weird. They look like they pop Molly.
Yeah, like got a pocket full of that shit.
They look like they pop Molly on a regular.
I agree. It was a really weird group of people.
Eclectic.
Yeah, it was weird.
The village people.
Then the little Chinese dude came out of nowhere. It was like, Then you saw how he slid off on Molly?
Yeah, when Molly said,
he said, oh, okay. Hey, yo,
I used to smash my friend who was married, and dude just was like, I don't want to have anything to do with that.
Yeah. No way.
No way. So relax, ma'am. That sounds like, no. Get away from here. Yeah. So his friends were some little weirdos, but okay, so this is my thing. This is what I was thinking that whole time, that why, when situations like that happen, you become one big group. Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah. I never like to move off with a lot of people like that. I always kind of want to do my own. Like, I think when the group get too big, you start going off collectively.
I'm not talking about just people, though. I'm not talking about the fact that it was just the number of people. I'm talking about the fact that, okay, let's say we got Best Friend Weekend coming up. Best Friend Weekend Phase 2 in Atlanta coming up really soon. Let's say we get out there and then one of the guys is like, oh, I know this girl. She come and meet us and she got some friends with her. Boom. And they pull up.
Yeah.
And then after the party is over, they leaving with us to go to the next thing.
Oh yeah.
And they hanging out. Like I'm saying. Like I don't want to be a big group with some people from the opposite sex that I don't know like that. Like I'm not here for that. Nah. They do that at homecoming. I don't want to throw my friends out there, but they do that at homecoming every year. It's always this huge group of guys and girls.
Everybody moving together want to do. We waiting on such and such. Why? That's what I'm like the dudes got left out of Coachella and didn't get to see Beyonce. I guess if they wanted to see Beyonce too, because the girls got in a fight that they don't even know. Yeah, and because neither one of them, the little Asian dude or the other little weird dude, neither one of them know Molly and them. No. They just pop some dope with them, and now you getting put out the thing because they want to hook. Because y'all mad.
Oh man, I would have let them have it.
What? Little white boy came charging at me. I had to catch him one.
I would have had to put hands on the little white dude. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, so I got put out because of them.
Yeah,
I fully expected when they all got put out, though. Is it just me? Or am I skipping forward to the women off from Venus moment? But I fully expected when they all got put out together that they all would have been at the house together that night. Yeah. Cooling, drinking.
I definitely thought the dude, especially the Asian dude, I definitely could have saw him in there.
I mean, and even if they wasn't doing nothing, just kind of like, we all got put out, so let's just hang out.
The niggas left them like, nah, fuck y'all.
Right?
Y'all got us put out.
Who was your favorite person this week?
Lawrence.
Man? Damn, Lawrence.
Lawrence, just because it's Lawrence. Team Lawrence over here. Lawrence my favorite person.
I can see you didn't dig deep at all, but that's
my favorite person. Okay. Now, I like Nathan. I told you, H-Town there, the way he moved. You know, like he came through with the little thing. You know, with the people put his weird ass homeboys on some chicks. You know, smash Issa in the little Ferris wheel. You know, with the glass on Molly.
What I would say is,
I think he busted in the butt.
What I would say is Ferris wheel action. If there's a standard for Ferris wheel sex,
that was it.
And it was set years ago by Ray Allen and Rosario Dawson on He Got Game.
He Got Game.
Okay, and it was like, oh, I want you inside of me, Poppy. Yeah. That is the standard. Okay, Issa, you did a decent little rendition.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
It wasn't. I don't know. Go back and look at that video. We're gonna put them side by side. You tell me what the standard is. So you're like, Nathan was putting his homeboys down.
Nathan was he was cool this week.
So I liked Kelly. Kelly was really big for me this week. I thought Kelly was funny. I thought Kelly was funny.
That's your best friend.
I thought Kelly was real funny. But actually, and actually the person who I said more than anything was my favorite person was Molly. Because I like Molly's energy in this regard. I like when you about to go somewhere, and I work a lot, so I go through a lot of this too. Where it's like, damn, I got this deadline. Man, I got this thing I got to do. My friends could attest for the fact one time we went to Vegas and I had to complete something for this class and I was sitting in the airport for like 3 hours writing the paper. Then we got to the hotel and I was writing paper for another 2-3 hours. And then I was finished and I closed my I closed my laptop and was like, let's party. Yeah. I'm done. Let's party. Yeah. I like the fact that she was able to multitask. Yeah. When she got done, she said, "Oh man, he's so sleeping out there." Cool. But you know what? Let me knock this work out. Yeah. So I was happy with that, and that's all. And I think outside of that little dude turning her down because she was a little wasted, I felt like Molly was holding it down. I liked Molly in this episode. She
was tripping the whole time off the Molly.
But I mean, Molly's square. Molly square. So what was your women off from Venus moment this week?
We don't go nowhere broke like that. Like, Issa don't have no job. Like, she's just out there living, going to Coachella and seeing Beyonce ain't cheap. I think buddy had an extra ticket for her or something, so she might have got a ticket for free. But I don't think men don't move like that. And two, like, they should have told Kelly, like, Kelly was like, why I peed on myself or whatever. I feel like I got stung. Man, we gonna have a story for you. You're gonna be like, yeah, boy, you was wild or you was woo 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 woo. So I think that was a little different. They ain't keep it real with it when that happened. I think that's it. That's all I got for men.
Well, mine was just the women getting put out of Coachella. I mean, I just, like I said, I would have probably, if I was the guys, I wouldn't have involved myself in it. But dudes, a lot of time, like I said, if we was with some chicks and some chicks started fighting with some people at Coachella or at a concert or whatever we at, and they getting put out, I don't think we're gonna leave with them.
I'm definitely not leaving with you.
Especially if I just met you.
Like,
so I think that we completely
y'all have
different,
a good one. Y'all
completely
have fun.
different animals in that way.
Y'all have fun.
But you know what's crazy? When they walked in that party and they start popping with them, popping Molly with them. Look at the note I wrote down, on my paper.
They so down.
They so down. Like
the shits.
They was with the shit.
Especially Kelly. Kelly took the edibles and the Molly. She's like, I want all of it.
I've been places. I go places. People don't. I mean, I guess every now and again people get down like that. Maybe out of town. What happens in Vegas type thing. And maybe they just
walk up on somebody and they got Molly. I'm not doing that.
But did you know Coachella as a thing like that? Yeah. I mean, I know Coachella's a thing, right? But from what I understand, it used to be a white music festival. Yeah. And then some black acts started performing there, and black people started kind of going to it, and now it's become somewhat multicultural, still more white acts. Yes. So my thing is just, I don't know, do people wild out like that for Coachella?
Yeah, I equate it to South by Southwest. Something like that.
Very, very. That's a good analogy.
I think people go out there.
Not that I've been there.
Oh yeah, I've been once.
Well, not that I've been to Coachella.
Oh no, I haven't been out there. But South by Southwest, same type of deal. Just a bunch of walking and random bands playing, acts going on, and a bunch of drugs. I mean, like dudes, I ain't never seen them in a barefoot people in my life. I just probably equate to like a bunch of high stoner type shit.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And when you're that juicy, I mean, we didn't even mention that the Airbnb was the shit.
It was nice. Yeah, that was nice.
They obviously didn't go to inclusive.
No, not at all.
And if y'all don't know what that is, listen to the Best Friend Weekend podcast. We talked a lot about different options when it comes to vacation rentals.
They definitely.
But that thing was nice, and they was on the first night when they walked in, they was sleeping on the sofa. Mm-hmm. On the second night, they was sleeping on the chair in the closet. Yeah. I'm like, you better go in the room.
Yeah, but they woke up that Saturday. Everybody was in the room.
Yeah, okay. So you're right.
Issa came banging the pan.
You're right. They eventually got in the bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna have to sleep.
That thing was nice though.
Yeah, that little couch and stood the couch daddy outside. Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's something to it, man.
They paid some money for that boy.
So Issa be tripping moment of the week. You want to start there? What you got?
Like, I guess one of mine was Issa ain't had no bag when they went to Coachella. She had like a little, like she packed a bra and a toothbrush or something. Mm-hmm. But then she had buku clothes. So
she make bad decisions.
Yeah, I'm like, where your bag at? Like, she had no luggage, bro. I thought that was weird as hell. But I mean, hey, that was just me. Well, her next one, she let that boy go raw and busting her too on the Ferris.
Well, I mean, that's the same thing that I said. Issa be tripping. She there's no way possible that boy had a rubber.
No. He didn't wear one. He probably had one in his pocket.
And if he had a rubber in his pocket, he lame. Because the last time I probably had a rubber in my pocket, I was probably 20 years old.
With that old one in your car.
Yeah, man, in your wallet. Yeah. Niggas don't walk around with rubbers no more. That's like walking around with hoop shorts under your jeans.
Yeah, that's worse.
That's worse than anything. Nobody has, think about how embarrassing that is if you walk around when you reach in your pocket for some money and a condom fall out.
You at Kroger's. With a condom.
Men don't have rubbers like that. So
unless they going to fuck, like on the way there.
Either way, like that whole scene, like show me how much you miss me or whatever, and they start smashing on the Ferris wheel. I'm pretty sure certain people, i.e., people who like the show, i.e., people who just kind of feeling it. Mm-hmm. They was like, oh man, that shit was such a sexy scene. Like that was so man, I would love to have sex on a Ferris wheel like that, blah, blah, blah. Like people probably looked at it as, to me, that one scene, it was uncomfortable watching that scene for me because I know he was raw dogging.
He definitely.
And I know you don't know him good like that.
And then you let him bust on you too, like at the end.
I mean, you saying that, and that's maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's a storyline. Maybe you're saying to her something. Maybe she hopped back with Lawrence and they start talking again, and then
wham. Bitch, I'm the baby.
Bitch, I'm the baby. I mean, that's very possible that could be a storyline that they go with. I mean, I wasn't even fixated on the fact that if he finished inside of it, but
perfect time or something like that.
Yeah, but that he could have been. That just meant he was finished. That don't mean he
stopped.
Yeah, no, I mean but he could have pulled out, man. Okay. This ain't hardcore porn. You ain't about to see this ain't. This is a TV show. This is a sitcom, boy.
It's on HBO. You're supposed to shoot the side of the thing.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, because that's the show you want to watch. Yeah, I don't want to watch that show. Like, don't sign me up for that shit. But yeah, so yeah, that's the Issa tripping moment for me, definitely, man. Yeah. I didn't think twice about it. She had the Lawrence Chance meeting, but she also ran into somebody else. I think it was a little dude from her apartment when she was in the Uber. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Uber drivers or Lyft drivers, I forgot, Party Lyft. Do you think they run into people that they know every now and again?
I would think you would have to. Especially if, like...
I would think in LA, that's a hard sale. Hard,
but I mean, it could happen.
If you're driving around your neighborhood.
Yeah, like you say you just pick up in Compton or something, and you from Compton, you would see somebody eventually. It's just like if you just picked up around here, around Rice or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Rice Village over there. You know what I'm saying? If you just did it around where you kind of be, you would see somebody, after a while.
Yeah, you run into somebody but like that's got to be a weird like thing. That's like if you work in a toll booth. Where people be passing with their tolls. You're gonna run into people I guess there's a thing. I mean, so I guess there was a couple of chance meetings. In a toll booth. I guess there was a couple of chance meetings in here. Going back real quick before I get out of there, before we turn to something else, that little Bill Bellamy skit with the little with the little thing. That was funny. Like that was something I audibly laughed out loud. When the little boy ran and he started boogieing towards me.
Then the boy ran and hopped back in the casket.
Yeah, that was like whenever they do those little skits, and I think the first show that used to do it like that was it Dear White People?
I think so.
I know Dear White People, the movie they had like and maybe even the TV show they had like the little skits within the show where they used to all watch like the scandal, the little fake scandal thing. Yeah. Like making little fake shows inside the shows is funny. Yeah. It's funny. And even with Atlanta, they was making fake commercials inside of the show. So that's always funny. So they did a good, even if it's just a little splice in there.
Yeah, it was good.
It was really good. So I like that. That was another thing that I wanted to make sure we touched on. But what you looking forward to next episode, man?
Man, I'm trying to see what my boy Lawrence gonna do. What's happening? I mean, what else you gonna be looking for? I want to know what's the narrative, how they gonna play it. I want to know what Lawrence been up to. I hope he doing well. I hope he ain't out here, being couch potato still. You know what I'm saying? I hope he looked like he was, from the little the previews, like he was on top. He was doing pretty good. Just want to see what's happening with my boy Lawrence, man. And I'm interested to see how how that's gonna work. Are they gonna try? Where she at with it, where he at with it.
I would be willing to think that it's not as deep as you saying. Like I don't think just because Lawrence is on the next episode, and it looks like it could be a whole Lawrence episode. It looks like it could be. But even in that space, I don't necessarily think that it's quote unquote a Lawrence and Issa thing. Like as I was looking through some things with the episodes, it said that there was like this is maybe the 21st ever episode of Insecure. I think it's 21st. I could be wrong, so if I'm wrong, bear with me. But Molly and Issa have been on all 21 episodes. Mm-hmm. Lawrence has been on 18. So he's the third most recurring character on the show, right after Molly and Issa. So my thing is, at that point, you have some kind of an obligation, I think, to kind of your viewership to say what's going on with Lawrence. Well, I mean, that don't necessarily mean his story needs to completely converge with Issa's.
I don't see why would Lawrence be back though? Like, what do you mean? Outside of Issa, what does Lawrence have on the show?
That's a very good question, but I think that if the show is supposedly modeled after real life, sometimes you run into your ex. That don't mean you're about to just be hitting up and y'all about to be hanging out.
Well, we saw him and Dro together.
I'm just asking you.
Yeah, no, that's true. You're right.
I mean, I feel like it's true, and let's not even take it from an Issa perspective. Maybe. But I would find it hard to believe that just because she saw dude, that all of a sudden it's like everything else I got going on is out the window and blah, 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 and I want to get back with Lawrence. You know what I mean?
I used to think, man, Issa retarded. Sometimes she do that. She
make bad decisions.
Yeah, so she let it go and she might decide, I'm finna go
letting the dude raw dog it.
And bust her. But I think she gonna, the way she moves, she go full steam ahead towards Lawrence. I mean, outside of him, what has she... Other than Daniel, little DJ dude, he ended up being kind of a lame. But outside of that, what has she really been?
I feel like Lawrence, but then at the same time, Lawrence, it's not like Lawrence just going to be sitting up there waiting like, ooh, I really want Issa back either. No. So, it's a lot of levels to it that I'm curious, just like you are. That's definitely what we all want to see. It's a good cliffhanger ending. Mm-hmm. Everybody want to know what Lawrence been up to, and I like how it's going to look like it's going in flashback. Yeah. To let us know what Lawrence been up to. I'm all about this episode.
And plus, they need his homeboy back. His homeboy funny.
Oh, Chad. Chad funny.
Chad funny, dog.
Chad funny, man. DJ Yeller.
Yeah.
and Blue Westbrook.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I don't know. Is Lawrence or is he still a dude from the game? I think he's Lawrence.
He's Lawrence.
Yeah, because when he was on the game, he blew Westbrook.
Yeah, he Lawrence not for sure.
But I think Chad is still DJ Yeller.
Definitely.
He's still straight out of Compton.
Yeah.
I can't see it no other way. But yeah, anyway, just like y'all, we on the edge of our seat.
Yeah, that was
waiting for next week. So look, y'all check it out. Let us know what you think. Let us know your thoughts. Give us 5 stars. If you didn't, if you give us 4 stars, I feel like your team Daniel.
Yeah, definitely team Daniel.
You're wrong right now.
Yeah.
I feel like you got a spotty beard like Nathan. You give us 4 stars. I feel like you've been popping Molly like Molly. If you give us 4 stars. We need 5 stars. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
I feel like your ponytail like that Chinese boy ponytail. You do 4 stars. Bald head.
And we'll be back next week to recap that Lawrence episode. I'm excited about it, man. Yes. We'll talk later.